Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. I hope you guys are having a great start to 2020. I'm not really sure which day this is actually going up, but it's definitely in the first week of January. So I wanted to make sure I wish you all a happy new year. Today we are starting a behemoth of a project, and I went back and forth on this for a long time, but I decided, you know what? Go big or go home. We're doing 20 in 2020. So in this basket I have on my lap, I have 20 makeup and beauty products I want to use up. It's mostly makeup, but I did throw in 2 non-makeup items because they're really old in my collection and they didn't fit in any of my other projects that I'm starting this year. And I really just need them to be in a project to give me the motivation to use them. So I'm actually going to start there, but this project is most likely going to be rolling because my goal with this project is to move out 20 items by the end of the year. So even if it's not these 20 items I'm starting with, but if I finish a few easier products, roll things in, you know, just in total I want to have completed 20 products by the end of the year within this project, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna jump right in. We're gonna start with the 2 non-makeup products. The first is the Herbal Essences Mousse. This still smells good, and it can't be as old as I think it is. My earliest memory, I'm not really sure how to properly say that, is using this in high school. I don't know if you guys know this, but I haven't been in high school for a very long time. It can't be coming up on 10 years old. I must have bought this in university, like as a replacement, but I don't recall using this type of product at that time in my life either. So really, I have no idea how old this is. It still smells good, but it's very, very full. I believe this is the oldest hair care item I have in my collection. I just chopped my hair off. This is very short for me. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you totally should. It's at emilynmax. But my hair was like below my waist, and now like the back's a little bit longer, but it's like, you know, quite short. I feel like I can use a mousse now that my hair is a little shorter, and if it is as old as I think it is, it really needs to go. And then I tossed in a fragrance. This is the oldest fragrance in my collection. It is just a small travel size, but the color is starting to turn, but it still smells fine. So as long as it still smells good, I will have it in this project, but I expect this is, you know, pretty soon gonna go bad. This is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. I'm not sure of its cruelty-free status. This is a very deep, sexy, wintry nighttime scent, like my scent descriptions. So what better time to pull it in than in January in the winter? I don't know. This is not something I'm going to wear in the summer. I know that, so I'm going to try and get as much use as possible in the next couple of months, and maybe I can finish it off. This is very old and I've only used that much of it. I will be marking all these products that I can after filming this, but I just didn't have time, and I have time to film right now, so we're getting this done. Okay, now onto makeup. Let's just go in order. Let's start with primers. So this is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is starting to smell not as it did originally. It doesn't smell like it has gone bad yet, but it doesn't really smell great. This was in a project before. These are old markings. I have since used even more of this, so I will be putting new markings on, probably on this side of the packaging for this project. This only has a 6-month shelf life, and I've had it for like 2 or 3 years, so it's time for it to go. A good hydrating primer is something I can use every day in the cooler months. So again, I'm hoping I can knock this out before spring. It shouldn't be a problem if I can stay dedicated. And the second oldest primer, that's not the oldest primer in my collection, I don't think, but because it's nearing expiration, I wanted to get it used up. I believe this is the second oldest primer in my collection. This is the Nyx Angel Veil. This is going to work out really great for me in the warmer months. So I figured like use this one every day until it's gone and then move on to this one. But this is the second primer in this project. I also have two foundations. So the oldest foundation in my collection is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. This is a summer shade for me, as I'm sure you can tell. I have about 3/4 of the bottle left. I don't love this foundation, but I don't hate it enough to throw it in the trash, and it's getting a little too old for me to gift to somebody else. I felt a little weird about that. So I'd rather just use it up myself. And the second foundation I was working on in my whole collection project pan that just ended, and I have like a centimeter left in the bottom, like right here. And this one is pretty light for me. So I figured this I can use for a little while and maybe even mix in some of this one and get two non-cruelty free foundations out of my collection. Two nearing the older side. This one's not nearly as old as the Maybelline, but I kind of wanted to structure this to have some summer products and some winter products in here, just because I know I can't finish like all 20 of them in the winter. And if I put just light foundations in that match me now, then when the weather does warm up, I won't be working on any of the products in this project. Does that make sense? I was trying my best to be strategic, okay? So two foundations. Concealer, again two, I'm sure you can sense a theme coming. 20 is a lot of products. The oldest concealer in my collection is the MAC Prolongwear in the shade NW20. Again, a summer shade. And even in the summer, this is not great for under the eyes. So this is going to be a spot concealer. I wonder if I can try to use this as a foundation as well. Maybe it's too thick for that. But if I don't really see how I'm going... What happened to my voice there? How I'm going to get through this, because as you can see, there's a lot. I will not be writing on this. I will be taking pictures because Back to Mac won't take them. If you mark on the packaging, although I am cruelty free, not everyone in my life is, so I just, you know, I can give them my Back to Mac, or, you know, if I have enough products all by myself, then I can just give them a lipstick or something. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I figured my money has already been spent. I might as well get the free product out of them as well. And secondly, I have my Morphe Bare Skin Concealer. This is their old concealer formula, their first concealer that was so dry. Like, this concealer is so bad. Also, the shade is super peachy. I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow base and hopefully finish it off that way. It doesn't really move, but a lot is still coming out on the wand, so I'm not sure if I will be able to mark this at all because it's so thick and cakey, it's really stuck to the sides. But this is the second concealer I want to be working on. For powder, I picked a loose and a pressed powder. The pressed powder is the oldest powder in my collection. It's just a mini. It's the bareMinerals Ready Touch-Up Veil with Broad Spectrum SPF 15. It's so old, I'm sure the SPF is, you know, long gone. It has a crusty little sponge in there. My goal, let me know in the comments, should my goal be to hit pan on this or to use it up? Because it is my oldest powder, but I have other non-cruelty free powders that have pan on them already that maybe I could, like, once I hit pan on this, swap those out and get the non-cruelty free out. Or should I get the oldest out? Unclear. Let me know in the comments below. And the loose powder is my e.l.f. HD powder. Now this actually has my e.l.f. HD under eye powder and the regular e.l.f. HD powder in here. The under eye powder was really glittery. I did not like it just for under the eyes, but when it was mixed in with this whole tub of this powder, you can't really tell how much glitter is in it. I am about, there's like 1/3 of the container. Can you see through there? It's like up to here. So I don't foresee this being too much of an issue, and this is actually like a 2-in-1. Whew. So I kept the packaging for the under eye powder and didn't count that as an empty until this is gone. So once this is gone, that's actually 2 loose powders out of my collection, but we're counting it as 1 for this project. I have 2 bronzers. The first, if you're not new to my channel, you've seen this many times. This was in my 18 in 2018. And my goal was to hit pan on it then, and my goal is to hit pan on it now. This is the Never Ending bronzer. It was in my 18 in 2018. It was in my Graveyard Project pan last year. There is a huge dip in this product. I truly don't understand. Where's the pan? This is one of my oldest bronzers. This is my lightest bronzer, and I'm as fair as I'm gonna get. So I might as well buckle down and try and hit pan on this stupid thing. I'm gonna rage every time I have to talk about this one. The actual oldest bronzer in my collection is this Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This is the waterproof version, which is slightly cooler tone than the regular Park Avenue Princess. Not really sure why that is. This is just a mini I got in Ipsy. It really doesn't have that much wear on it for it being my oldest bronzer. There's no dip, nothing. The like press pattern is off of it. It was not like an actual like pattern or anything, but you can tell like the new look is off of it, but no dip. My goal will be to hit pan on this. My goal for the pressed cheek products are going to be to hit pan, and same with eyeshadows. But if I feel like working on them longer than that, then obviously I can, or once I hit pan, I can choose to roll them out. We'll see how I'm feeling. Of course, I had to throw in 1 blush. I believe this to be my oldest blush that I haven't already tried to pan and got mad at. So we're not pulling one of those ones in. This is the Revlon Blush in Oh Baby Pink. It's just a soft neutral toned pink. It has a slight luminosity to it, something I can use every single day. And it's not that big, but it might be deep. I'm not really sure. There are 5 grams of product in here. So again, gold hit pan. I have 2 highlighters, so only 1 blush because that was enough for me. I have a liquid highlight. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal. This is a little mini of the liquid. I've been enjoying actually mixing these 2 together because this is a very heavy matte foundation. It's my lightest foundation, so it's the one that matches me the best in the winter, but my skin's a bit too dry for the formula. So I've been mixing these together to test that out, and I actually like it that way. Again, I will mark this after the video to see where we're at, but my goal will be to finish this off. And then another Becca highlight, but this time a pressed powder version. This is in Champagne Pop, and again, I think this is one of my oldest highlighters. It's got some use on it, as I hope you are able to see, but my goal will be to hit pan. I have a long way to go. I think this is probably something I'm not going to be able to reach for super often until the spring when I get some more color to my skin. Eyeshadows. I picked my oldest eyeshadow palette, which is the Walking on Eggshells trio by Wet n Wild. It's just a trio. Wet n Wild is no longer cruelty free, so it needs to be moved out of my collection anyways. And these are really easy shades to reach for every single day. Again, my goal will be to hit pan on everything first, and then we'll see how I'm feeling. I don't foresee this being too much of a problem though. And then I picked the oldest eyeshadow single I have in my collection. This is from The Body Shop in the shade Melt My Heart, and it is just a really light gold shade, so I thought it would pair nicely with the trio as well as any other eyeshadows I'm panning in other projects. And again, goal will be to hit pan on that. And then I have 3 lip products. So I've already filmed my whole collection project pan, and I have some lip products in there, which is why if I look at all of my products that I'm panning in 2020, this is why this makes sense to me. So I have a lip gloss. This is my oldest lip gloss. Again, sensing a theme. This is the Maybelline Color Elixir in the shade Breathtaking Apricot. It looks like a bullet lipstick in here, but it is actually a lip gloss. I don't like the smell on these, but it doesn't smell like it's gone bad, so I'm just going to use it until when or if it does go bad, but I wanted to work on my oldest lip gloss. I have a mini Bite lipstick. This is in the shade Chai. This was the birthday gift 2 years ago, I believe. Just a little mini guy. I think I can knock this out. I wanted to work on a Bite product because they are food grade and go bad very quickly, and I don't want that to happen. And then I also picked a ColourPop lippy stick in the shade Lumiere because I've actually used a ton of this. Like, it's when it's rolled all the way down, there's like, it goes quite far, so I'm hoping that's how much is left. Again, I will mark this.
Sick.
Thanks.
That's all day what I want to have.
Sorry. Hubby threw a chocolate bar at me and I missed it. Anyways, there's already a ton of progress on this, and it's a mauve purpley tone, which I thought would be really nice in the cooler months, but I also like wearing this in the spring and summer. It's not so like fall, winter. I wouldn't want to. You wear whatever makeup you want, but just, you know. Anyways, I feel like this is the lipstick. These two are the lipsticks I have the best chance of possibly finishing this year if I really buckle down and try. So I haven't finished, I don't think I've ever finished a lipstick, and this year I think I'm going to finish 2. We'll see how that goes. But those were all 20 products I plan on using up in the year 2020. Wish me luck. That's a lot of products, and this is not my only project. Am I crazy? Maybe. I think I'm working on 40 products in total right now and expecting a baby very soon. We'll see. I have big panning plans for 2020. I want to make a ton of progress on my makeup collection this year, and if I'm being overly ambitious, then that's okay. I have turned a new leaf about not being stressed out about my progress or lack thereof, and I just really want to have fun and have a variety of products to work on when and if I have time to play with my makeup when this new baby comes. So let me know if you're doing a 20 in 2020. This is a big project. I know everyone was doing 9 in 2019 because 19 felt like a big project. I didn't do that project last year, but I thought, yeah, go big or go home. I know I said that at the beginning, but that's how I'm feeling, and I'm really excited and motivated to work on these products and get some of my oldest makeup just out. It needs to go. Some of this stuff, I believe this, which is the oldest product here that I actually know for sure the day, like the year, is 2014. And we're in 2020. So like, it's time to work through a lot of the oldest makeup in my collection. My collection is quite big, but a lot of the growing phase of my collection was 2015, 2016, a little bit of 2017. And then I haven't been buying as much in the last couple of years, but I also haven't been working through things fast enough. I hope that makes sense. Let me know what your painting plans are for 2020. I'm really excited for you guys to see all the intros. I have a lot of videos coming for you guys. Let me know you're excited by giving this video a thumbs up so that I know, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.